slide, don't get me wrong. Please don't misunderstand my tone. I created my own lane, so you ain't got no business being in it. So you should see why I can't let it slide.
Nah, I done did a lot just to get by, so I can't let it slide. I escaped the mental shackles, I ain't got patience for these bastards, I can't let it slide. I ain't saying I'll attack you, I'm saying this bigger than rappers. I'm saying that you need to back up, so back up. I'm saying that this would not end in a tie, I can't let it slide. I can't let it slide. I can't let it slide. Nah. Look like we got another one of them. Popping at the mouth or the side of his neck when he pouts, no argument, no rebuttal from. He ain't from my town, I don't know him, so I'm guessing he's a clown like he wanted me to love on him. But you know that ain't my style, yet he still got my name in his mouth, and I ain't running for cover from. A bunch of lambs, how you figure you getting fame from my clout, so let's get this cleared now. I'm cold like in Eastern February, but that hating isn't necessary. You being petty cause you see me rising, becoming legendary, and you talking down like you very scary. Come on, dude. Get on, fool. Typing and writing on a post too. Get a cosign when you wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight in the produce section at Whole Foods. I already told you. Since my adolescence, I had to stress that never being less than being excellent is the motto I follow. For throttle, I gotta be some sort of testament. If I strive to do it, be the best at it. So testing this is rather pointless, a pandemonium. My opponent, full of baloney, I'm owning him. He's a phony one, cause I can't allow it. I'm overpowered like Bowser, and your mouth is writing checks with a negative balance. You can't cash that. I don't think it's covered by that Affleck. High side if you want, but you putting on a bad act. I promise you it ain't worth it. It's more than getting laughed at. You don't want to task that, so back and do oblige. I'm killing it like it's a pesticide. I'm prepared if you get in my way, the endeavor's fine. I never settle, I got the better mind. So if you knocking my grind, I just can't let it slide.
I just wanna be who I wanna be. I ain't getting in nobody's way, but if you get in mine, then you're gonna be in a bad place. Nah, don't get me wrong. Please don't misunderstand my tone. I created my own lane, so you ain't got no business being in it. So you should see why I can't let it slide.
Nah, I done did a lot just to get by, so I can't let it slide. I escaped the mental shackles, I ain't got patience for these bastards, I can't let it slide. I ain't saying I'll attack you, I'm saying this bigger than rappers. I'm saying that you need to back up, so back up. I'm saying that this would not end in a tie, I can't let it slide. My politics are rather controversial. Who would've thought that? I ain't catching all slack, and I have enemies on my ball stack. I'm thinking insanity's what you call that, and I just get appalled at. I'm blacker than Nina the Samoan. I just want freedom and want all these people left alone. How in the world is that chapping you? Laughable, you catch an attitude. Glad that you going mad cause my attributes call me bad and a radical, but that is so irrational. Mathematically, I'm past that degree to these rapper dudes. Had another latitude, and that'll prove you lacking too. You roll with a pack of dudes that last you cause you whacking your raps a poo. You need a faculty that's backing you. Your rapping is not compatible. Battle me and that'll be the day to be a casualty, and that don't mean you have to go away. It don't matter to me. Tactically, I'm leaving nothing left. So you can get a step or you can kick rocks like you work construction on a 10th block. So don't do it, you foolish, if you thinking that I have since stopped. I'm just getting started, so when this drop, get ready. Cause I ain't playing about you, I'm praying that you try to get fly like a pterodactyl. I'm staring at you, you better back up, you're damn near try. Apparently I've earned it all, not just a piece of the pie, so I can't let it slide.
I just wanna be who I wanna be. I ain't getting in nobody's way, but if you get in mine, then you're gonna be in a bad place. Nah, don't get me wrong. Please don't misunderstand my tone. I created my own lane, so you ain't got no business being in it. So you should see why I can't let it slide.
Nah, I done did a lot just to get by, so I can't let it slide. I escaped the mental shackles, I ain't got patience for these bastards, I can't let it slide. I ain't saying I'll attack you, I'm saying this bigger than rappers. I'm saying that you need to back up, so back up. I'm saying that this would not end in a tie, I can't let it slide. I can't let it slide. see me rising, becoming legendary. And you talking down like you very scary. Come on, dude. Get on, fool. Typing and writing on a post too. Get a cosign when you wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight in the produce section at Whole Foods. I already told you. Since my adolescence, I had to stress that never being less than being excellent is the motto I follow. For throttle, I gotta be some sort of testament. If I strive to do it, be the best at it. So testing this is rather pointless, a pandemonium. My opponent, full of baloney, I'm owning him. He's a phony one, cause I can't allow it. I'm overpowered like Bowser, and your mouth is writing checks with a negative balance. You can't cash that. I don't think it's covered by that Affleck. High side if you want, but you putting on a bad act. I promise you, it ain't worth it. It's more than getting laughed at. You don't want a task that, so back and do oblige. I'm killing it like it's a pesticide. I'm prepared if you get in my way. The endeavor's fine. I never settle, I got the better mind. So if you knocking my grind, I just can't let it slide.
I just wanna be who I wanna be. I ain't getting in nobody's way, but if you get in mine, then you're gonna be. In a bad place, nah, don't get me wrong. Please don't misunderstand my tone. I created my own lane.
Everyone, greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us on the sidelines. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. We'll look at Cleveland. So far, they've got the 4th best record in the conference. And, of course, the Hornets, 3 games behind. And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. And for Charlotte, a bit forward, it's Miller and Bridges. Then it's Bol. Then it's Pippen. And it's McGowan's in at the 2 spot. In this early bit of the season, Greg, how important are team goals?
Well, Kevin, you have to be working towards something, whether it's a specific rank or a record. Early goals help you define your team for the season ahead.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. Pass to Pippen.
Coming down the tunnel earlier, the Hornets getting mentally prepared. And I know the home fans are prepared as well. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. In this game, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets against the Cleveland Cavaliers. With 2 Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Charlotte Hornets. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Paul George and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Friday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando.
Checking out their schedule, they've got a tough run of games coming up, but quality opponents are a great chance for you to see how well your team can truly perform.
A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. And it's Hunter in at small forward. And for the Hornets, it's Miller and Bridges teaming up at the forward spots. Then it's Bol, and it's Pippen in at the point guard position. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Well, why settle for the layup when you can finish with authority? Mr. Allen on the dunk.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. We talked about how his team is prepared to defend against Darius Garland, and Coach said we need to communicate and stay on our toes defensively, whether it's scoring or passing the ball. Garland is a creative player who knows how to manipulate opposing defenses. We should be able to hear his defense talking tonight, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And Cleveland has possession. The Hornets making their last shot, and there it is for him.
Tremendous balance and body control. Darius Garland, no stranger to finishing inside.
Pippen, pass to Miller. To the inside. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Garland. The 3 from Mitchell. That shot is off.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Allen against Bol. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Oh, my goodness, the size and athleticism of Evan Mobley. What a sight to behold.
Miller outside. To the paint. Here's McGowan's. And he banks in the layup. McGowan's got 6 points.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Here's Mitchell. It's rebounded by Charlotte. The Cavs beat them last time when they met in Cleveland.
And last time against this squad, they struggled to make free throws.
Here's Bol. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really give the defense just another thing to worry about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Here's Mobley. Half to the basket by Charlotte. It's stolen. Now the Hornets moving it up.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Outside Mitchell. Launches it. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Boy, if you let Donovan Mitchell get comfortable shooting the basketball, you're in for a tough night. That's an easy catch and shoot.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Now that we have a chance, let's check out the teams that are scoring the most points off turnovers. Second, Charlotte.
This is a squad that will tax you for any mistake or loose ball. They know how to snatch the rock and run flat out to make sure they capitalize.
The Hornets have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Pippen, pass to McGowens. Drills it from deep. McGowens got 11 points.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And Doris, who can forget the 2016 Cavs, the team that brought Cleveland their first NBA title.
And not just basketball. The city hadn't won a championship, BA, in any sport for over 50 years. And for LeBron, a homegrown talent, to do that with Kyrie, that is a team that will always have a special place in Northeast Ohio lore.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Outside Hunter. Mobley passes to Hunter. Here's Allen, guarded by Miller. Mobley outside, pass to Hunter. 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. Bull grabs the board. Charlotte leading by 4. McGowens a pass to Pippen. Here's McGowens. Here's Bull. Basket counts.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Cleveland has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Outside Hunter. Mobley outside. Pass to Garland. Back to Mobley. And here's Allen. Bull covering. Shot on the wing. Cleveland again missing.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Here's McGowens. Checked by Mitchell. Rejected by Mitchell.
How about the defense from Donovan Mitchell? This has not been a strong suit, but send it back, DM.
Mobley passes to Garland. Floats one to win the cold spell. That's good from Allen on the assist by Garland.
Oh, at the last possible moment, he changes out of the shot and finds the open man. Perfect decision.
Pass to McGowens. Here's the pick. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Fast break, Cleveland. Here's Garland. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Boy, the speed in the open floor of Darius Garland, and how about the decision-making? So impressive.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And Charlotte making a change here. Simmons is checked in. Here's a look at some stats for Brandon Miller.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
The Hornets have got 7 of 11 shots to find the mark. Simmons against Garland. Simmons, the pass to Bridges. Down low. Here's McGowens. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. The Cavaliers trail by 4. And here's Garland. 13 points in the win against Washington. Mobley finds Garland. Allen a screen. Garland, the pass to Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
The Hornets have got 8 out of 12 shots to fall. Pass to Miller. With his first shot attempt. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. And the Hornets lead by 4.
Boy, you just see the mid-range confidence for Brandon Miller. That's a huge part of his development.
The 3 from Mitchell knocks down the long J. Mitchell's got 6.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Here's McGowan's. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Hey, Doris, at what point in the year are coaching staffs really starting to optimize their rosters?
Well, B.A., I think one of the fascinating things is after about 20 games, what teams do analytically is they're going to evaluate what are their best 2-man, 3-man, 4-man, and 5-man units. What are their plus minuses? What combinations work and don't work together? The fascinating piece is over the grind of an NBA season, there's always challenges. An injury that's poorly timed, or perhaps a trade at the deadline. So many things go into optimizing your roster.
And Cleveland making a change here. Okoro's checked in. And he makes both free throws.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Garland with the ball, picked up by Simmons. And they pick up 2.
Here is a guy who is not shy about sharing the basketball. If you are open, Darius Garland will find you.
Miller outside from behind the arc. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. And Mobley has got the ball here for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They trail by 1. They now take the lead.
Inside Mobley is set up for success. His size and reach means the rim is right there for him.
And here's Charlotte now. The Cavs getting their last shot to go. Garland against Simmons. Five on the clock. Pass to McGowan's. Over Okoro. Again the miss by the Hornets. Cleveland has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Here's Hunter. To the middle. And count that. 2 points and a chance for 1 more at the line.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Williams is checked in for Charlotte. Wade, he's checked in for the Cavs. Strus comes in for Hunter. Allen, no good on the free throw. Well, you look at Evan Mobley, Doris, so agile for his size.
This is a young man, Brian, with so much upside. Defensively, he can guard on the perimeter, slides his feet, keeps his balance, contests without fouling, and he's growing every repetition on the offensive end. I can't wait to see his future.
And that one misses.
Boy, Ben Simmons, one of the most highly scrutinized players in the NBA, but I don't think you can doubt any of his defensive abilities. Cross-positional and big-time asset on that end.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. Hendricks is checked in for the Cavaliers. And Cleveland has possession. It's a 3-point game. Garland looking around. Takes a 3. The rebound by McGowan's. McGowan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Inside. Here's Bone. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. They defeated Washington in their last game.
And when we take a look at the box score from that game, one of the first things that you'll notice is the number of turnovers they were able to force.
Yeah, I think that's a product of being incredibly aggressive. You could see that was a part of their strategy going in, and I thought they were consistently following that the entire game.
Klingon, he's checked in for Charlotte. Miller comes in for Bridges. Here's Okoro. Williams grabs the board. Charlotte trailing. Fast break, here we go. Here's McGowan. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Now here's Garland, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game. Strus the pass to Okoro. 4 on the clock. Garland for 3. Oh, Simmons with the block. And taking a look at the last 10 games, these are the teams that have attacked the offensive glass and been rewarded for their efforts. The Cavaliers second.
This squad's been attacking the offensive glass with a ton of energy lately, and it's paid off with a nice pile of second chance points.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us." And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
And Cleveland making a change here. Mitchell's checked in. Now here's Okoro. Outside Mitchell. This one for 3. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
Well, we know Mitchell can hurt you from outside the arc. The defense better recognize this moving forward.
Here's McGowan's. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
1:24 left in the first quarter. Okoro outside. Pass to Wade. Here's Hendricks. There's the triple. Williams grabs the board. Going inside. McGowan's a pass to Williams. And here's Miller. From the top of the key. The rebound by Donovan Mitchell. Here's Hendricks. Guarded by Miller. These are his first free throws of the game.
He had a really rough game at the line last time out. Struggled to get anything to drop.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he hits both. Here's McGowan's. Give him 20. 35 seconds left to play in the first. From 10 feet away. Nice jump shot. McGowan's got 22.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
20 seconds left to play in the first. Mitchell with the ball. He's coming off a 19-point game against Washington. Cleveland shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That one's off.
One of the things about Donovan Mitchell's game that I love is he's got elite athleticism. There is speed, there's burst, and there's physical strength. This guy is very capable offensively.
And the second free throw is good. 9 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to McGowans. Good if it goes. No good. Misses at the buzzer. It's a tie game in Charlotte. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And from what we've seen from the Hornets, what's your take so far?
Well, coming into
McGowans, he's checked in for Charlotte. Pippen comes in for Williams. Allen, he's checked in for Cleveland. Hunter comes in for Strus. The Cavaliers leading. Brandon Miller is out there with Klingon. Then it's Ben Simmons. And it's Pippen in the shooting guard. That's the Hornets 5. Hunter on the wing. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 5 assists in the game.
See, this is something that I think Donovan Mitchell needs to keep working on. To me, his responsibility is to get his teammates going as much as himself.
Simmons, the pass to Miller. Hits it. Now 2 of 6 from the field. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. From the arc. The Hornets pull it in.
After nailing 3 trays to start this game, he's gone silent here in the second quarter.
Simmons finds Miller. Jacks up a 3. Hits the three-pointer. Miller's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Oh, Brandon Miller showing off his range right there.
Mitchell with the ball. Picked up by Simmons. Now Mitchell. 10 points for him. Shot clock at 6. The kick to Hunter. And stolen by Simmons. And it's the Hornets on the break. Here's Pippen. Finished off the break. And now a 4-point Charlotte lead.
And that nice steal was able to get their break going in a hurry.
It amazes me how quickly you can change ends. You've got to be prepared to sprint the floor.
Outside Mitchell, looking to end the run. Cleveland again missing. Hornets leading by 4. To the middle. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Well, we know Ben Simmons loves to set his teammates up. They love playing with this guy.
Pass to Okoro on the wing. Wade. Now here's Allen. He's covered closely. Back to Wade. Now here's Okoro. Here's Mitchell. And Klingon pulls it down.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
McGowan's pass to Miller. Here's McGowan's. Checked by Mitchell.
I mean, the vertical is impressive, right? Brandon Miller effortlessly at the cup, and it's finished.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's... on the same page. So both teams changing it up here. Here's Garland. to Mobley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
First personal foul, fourth team foul.
Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint, but if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Free throw good, Mobley.
Guys, what you love about Evan Mobley is his ability to impact the game at both ends. Obviously, defense is ahead of the offense right now, but that offense is really growing.
Here's McGowan's. He's got 24. Over Mitchell. That's short off the rim. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Here's Hunter. Here's the second effort. Cole grabs the board.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
He's made 3 of 4 free throw attempts in this game. First one falls for him. Okoro is checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And so he makes both from the line. Cleveland has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Into the lane. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Williams finds Bull. Here's McGowan's. 26 points for him. Williams a screen on Garland. McGowan. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be Evan Mobley.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
He shot 5 of 6 at the foul line.
And you love his aggressive approach offensively, drawing foul calls left and right.
And he drops the first.
0 wasted trips. They're doing their job at the line.
Both shots good from the strike. And Cleveland has possession. They trail by 9. Outside Garland. Releases. Uses the glass to drop it in. Garland's got 6.
Well, you can see how effective Darius Garland can be shooting it. It's all about him finding his rhythm.
Here's Pippen. Charlotte, no good that time either. Cavaliers trail by 7. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. Hornets leading by 6. Here's Pippen. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Williams passes to Bull. Nails the wide open jumper. Give him 8 points now.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
The Cavaliers have gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. Number 1, Charlotte.
Let's see if they'll be able to keep scoring at this rate throughout this season. Over the last 10 games, their ability to score in transition has been special.
Garland, the pass to Okoro, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
What an incredible athlete this guy is. Okoro rises up and finishes with force.
Doris, when we talk about young guards, few better than Darius Garland. What makes him great?
I think a few things, but I would start with the fact that he's a 3-level scorer. Knocks down the 3 with consistency, can get to his in-between, but also creative at the rim. The other thing I love, Brian, is that he defends with great intensity. No tremendous poise from Okoro on that play. Takes the contact, concentrates through the finish.
He shot 2 free throws in the game. He's made 1 and missed 1. Charlotte making some changes. Miles Bridges comes in for Whip. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Hornets out in front, leading by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Welcome. All right, guys, let's break it down. It has not been the ideal start for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Chucking up all those threes is clearly not working for them. They need to balance their attack.
Yeah, you want to put your players in a position to succeed, and I don't see that in the first half.
All right, fellas, time now to take a look at these early season standings in the East.
You look at Cleveland, they're finding out anyone can win on any night. That said, once they've adjusted, watch out. Lots of firepower on this roster.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. The Cavaliers trail by 15. So for Cleveland right now, they've got Max Strus. Isaac Okoro is out there with Mitchell. Then there's Dean Wade, and it's Hendricks in at power forward.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's McGowan's. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Following this game, they host the Magic, and that'll launch a 4-game homestand for them.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Klingon. And there's a pick. Here's McGowan's. Stolen by Strus. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
And so it's Simmons with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. 17 points was their biggest margin. Pass to McGowan's from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Hendricks has got 4 rebounds now. From deep, Mitchell. Oh, Mitchell with the smooth stroke from distance.
Boy, picking up where he left off. His second from distance this half, 5 overall.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Hornets.
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
They've also done a heck of a job at the free throw line tonight. Good aggression has led to a number of easy chances and points at the line.
The first one falls. It's both from the stripe. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Simmons against Mitchell. To the paint. Here's Strus. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Well, he may be a top scorer, guys, but Donovan Mitchell is not selfish. What a pretty pass.
Right wing. Here's McGowan's. Strus grabs the miss. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Pass to Hendricks from deep. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Klingen's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Pippen, guarded by Okoro. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for 2. Pippen.
The first free throw is good, and Cleveland making a change here. Hunter's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. To the inside. Here's Wade. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Back to Simmons. 6 to shoot. And he's going for the oop here. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. Outside Strus. Outside Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, Mitchell hits a rainmaker.
He hit 3 triples in the first half, 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
Simmons, the pass to Pippen. Here's McGowan's. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Outside Strus. Drives to the hoop. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Max Strus, one of those undrafted players coming out of college, but somehow wills his way by virtue of his shooting and his toughness. You love his story.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Charlotte making some changes. Bridges, he's checked in for Williams. Miller comes.
Substitution.
Here's McGowan's. Bridges, a screen on Mitchell. McGowan's a pass to Bridges. He's off on that one. Good D by Mobley. And so it's Mobley with it. He brings it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 4-point game. Allen finds Garland. Mobley outside. And here's Allen. Rejected by Bull. They recover it. Clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Garland for three. Here's McGowan's, guarded by Garland. McGowan's pass to Pippen. Bridges outside for three. Gets the three ball to go. And the Hornets lead by 7.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from three.
Here's Garland with the drive. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Well, this is a combination of speed and quickness. Darius Garland knows how to drive the basketball.
Outside Bull. To the left wing. Pippen pass to McGowan's. Pulls up at the elbow, and that's good for 2. McGowan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Mobley against Bridges. Outside Mitchell. Top of the key. Miller pulls it in. Miller's got rebound number 8 now. McGowan's pass to Bull. He gets it to go again. 9 for 13 so far.
I just love the ball movement.
Cavaliers trail by 9. Pass to Allen. Hunter with the ball. Guarded by Miller. Hunter passes to Mitchell. Over Miller. Grown man points from Donovan Mitchell.
It's obvious he's taking it upon himself to try and keep them alive.
Here's McGowan's. There's a screen by Bull. McGowan's pass to Bull. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. They'll pin that one on Jared Allen.
At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
What you can't help but notice this half is how lights out they've been from the free throw line.
And Bull drops them both.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle, and it was a frustrated huddle. Coaches and players were angry about the turnovers, players trying to hold each other accountable. They're fed up with sloppy play. Let's see how they respond, guys.
And Allie, thanks. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Now here's Mitchell. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. McGowan's. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out.
Yeah, too bad he fouled out. But this team does have some depth at his position.
And so Charlotte takes this one by a big margin. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. We'll see you next time.
Welcome, everyone, to our 2K Sports broadcast. Tonight's game also serving as part of the NBA Cup. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at Indiana. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And the Hornets, they're happy with this latest stretch of games. This is the time of year for optimism. At this point, anything is possible.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Up at forward, it's Miller and Bridges. Then there's Bull. Then it's Pippen. And it's McGowan's in at the shooting guard. And for the 76ers, they've got Paul George. Embiid is out there with Larry Nance. Then there's Maxey. And it's McCain in at the shooting guard position. All right, Greg, here we are on the day before Thanksgiving, a very special time of the year. Any favorite Thanksgiving traditions or foods for you or your family?
Oh, Kevin, I'm a sweet potato pie lover. But I tell you, man, I love it all. I can't wait. Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to Embiid. Kicks it out to Maxey. Just 4 to shoot. No good on the 3. Pippen outside. Here's McGowan's. Miller outside. And here's Pippen. Fires high post. And the dunk by Bull.
Those boards appear to me like easy money for Bull. Then the awareness to put it back through, that's good work.
Miller against George. Misses off the right iron.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his first foul. And it's the Hornets with the ball. Pippen outside. Shot clock at 6. Over Maxey. Second chance effort. Here's McGowan. Out to Miller. Pass to McGowan's. And here is Bridges. Goes up with it again. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Pippen against Maxey. Takes a 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
The numbers testify. Tyrese Maxey is one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA.
We've seen Tyrese Maxey and his game go to another level. Clark, what makes him a top-level scorer in your opinion?
Kevin, there are a couple of things that really stand out. His sheer speed with the ball is remarkable. His fearlessness and confidence, every great scorer has that. And then his ability to knock down the three-point shot off the catch or off the dribble gives him an added step of quickness when he's taking it to the rack. And all of that makes him a dynamic scorer.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And we're now around the midway point through the group stage games. So let's check out the NBA Cup standings.
Well, as you know, teams are randomly drawn to their groups based off their record from the previous season. And as you can tell, some of these groups are easier to navigate than others.
Maxey passes to Embiid. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is on Bull.
The physicality of Embiid, unmatched really, yet he's so much fun to watch because he's agile, has skill and touch. Man, is he a joy to watch work.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. And he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch. This guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
Now Miller, after the missed three from Tyrese Maxey, here's McGowan. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. McGowan's has got his second bucket of the night. Maxey finds George. 76ers moving the ball around. From the arc, it's good from long range.
Because he's a stretch floor with a reliable and consistent three, George adds a lot to this offense.
Pippen the pass to Miller. Three-pointer. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And Bull sends it back. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Maxey kicks to George. For the three.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
Exactly. Nothing easy. They're making them work just to get into their offense. Very disruptive so far. Look at this little fella going in there and eating up some glass.
It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey. Maxey's got 5.
Finishing despite the contact on him. Serious toughness from Maxey there.
Bounce pass Pippen. Fades back. And it's Bull that time on the assist by Pippen.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area. Really keeps the defense honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with his combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
Maxey, no good. Hornets leading by 5. Bull dishes to Pippen. Pass to McGowens. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. Here's Bull. It's hauled in by Paul George. And so George will bring it up for Philadelphia. Shoots over Pippen. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. He's got 5.
Stepping in from the line, George, very good and capable from mid-range.
Here's Pippen. Still without a basket. Here's Maxey. It's deflected. Here's Nance. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
That one is off. You know, Clark, the days of trust the process are long gone. The Sixers are now focused on the now.
As well they should be, Kevin. With a superstar big guy in his prime and Joel Embiid, there's no time like the present. And it's not going to last forever, so they need to capitalize.
Good on the second free throw. And it's the Hornets with the ball. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys.
No, you and I agree. They do, David. Thank you very much.
Boy, Bridges using his strength to get the and one to go and igniting his team in the process.
The Hornets shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Tell you what, it's been a different story for them at the line this season. When you measure those numbers against last season, I mean, they've taken a big-time dip, guys.
Here's McCain. Nothing on the board.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And even 3-on-3 break. Buries it down low. Here's McGowens. Well, you know that he's going to find a way to get the ball in the basket no matter what D he's faced with. He averages about 31.5 points a game. Here's McGowens. The lead is 2. No good with the layup.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
George with no one around. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. For Charlotte, they've gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. And the basket by McGowan.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. The 76ers making a switch here. Grimes is checked in. Klingon, he's checked in for the Hornets. The 76ers trail by 4. And Nance, now it's out the key. Ring shot on the way. McCain's shot is off.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Philadelphia's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Pass to Nance. Shoots the 3. And Klingon pulls it down. Hornets leading by 4. To the wing on the left. Here's McGowans. This game he had 34 points.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Outside, George. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Maxey, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Special K, you've seen Tyrese Halliburton a lot. He's as good as anyone in this league offensively. What does he do best?
I think his best basketball attribute is probably his passing, his vision, the way he can set other people up. But the intangible that makes him, he's a Pied Piper. He is a galvanizer. Guys love being around his energy and the way he plays. So not only does he play with great confidence, I think he infuses in his teammates a joy and a confidence that lifts them up too. Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Here's Grimes. Another miss by Philadelphia. Hornets leading by 6. It's Miller on the way. There's the triple. Tyrese Maxey grabs the miss. And it's Maxey with the ball for the 76ers. They came away with the victory in the last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with the defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
And that really was the difference. I mean, it requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight.
Out to the wing. Here's McGowans. Edwards defending. McGowans, no good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Jumps up. And that one is stuffed right through.
Nice job there by Bridges to come up with the steal and then launch right into the fast break.
Now, here's Mitchell. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Maxey. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. So a moment now to see the story for him.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end.
George passes to Maxey. Embiid with a screen on Pippen. Here's Maxey. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Hands out there with George. Then there's Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's McCain in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. 6 on the shot clock. Great open look there. McGowans has got 15.
And at 7'2", Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Maxey passes to Embiid, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Pippen feeling it out a bit. Pass to McGowens. And McCain pulls it down. The 76ers trail by 4. Hands in the high post. Maxey kicks to George. With the shot. That's good on the jump shot. 7 points in the game.
Well, that's a smooth-looking jumper by Paul George. I mean, he's one of the more gifted scorers in the league, and there's no place on the floor where he can't hurt you.
Here's McGowan. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pippen kicks the ball. Pass to McGowens. Fades and shoots. Here's Bridges, and he converts the layup. Bridges has got his second basket.
Well, I like the ruggedness that Bridges plays with. This guy's a load to stop and really can dig out those rebounds.
Back to Maxey. Embiid with it. Over Bull. Good on that shot, and with that, the Hornet lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Embiid. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Quentin Grimes is checked in for Joel Embiid. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Klingon, he's checked in for Bull. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Philadelphia's gone even 50% from three-point range in the second quarter. 4 for 8. Maxey, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. Jacks up a 3. They get it back. Miller with a wide open look. And the Hornets miss again. The 76ers trail. Pass to McCain. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And for the Hornets, their shooting in the second quarter has been pretty iffy, down 32%.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Maxey with the screen on Bridges. From deep, George. It's rebounded by Charlotte. McGowens has got 7 rebounds in the game. And Clark, on average, free throw attempts are down a fair bit in the last 20-25 years.
Yeah, I mean, from a fan perspective, I think you compare a field goal to a couple of free throws. It's obvious, though, which is more entertaining to watch. You want to see guys score the ball in live action.
The 76ers trail by 5. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Pass to McGowan's. 11 feet away. And it's swinging with the jam.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And after that game, it was impressive to look at the box score and see the work they did at the free throw line.
And not only what they did in making them, but what they did to get to the line. I mean, they were constantly in attack mode, driving the lane and drawing fouls.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
Offline with his three. Takes it inside.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
From deep three-point land, a nice shot by McCain. McCain's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D. He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And he drives in. Miller grabs the miss. Hornets leading by 7. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Hornets shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Launches a 3. Maxey, no good.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
And that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
The 76ers trail by 8. Pass to McCain. Outside, George. Right wing. Here's Grimes. Buries it from three-point range. Grimes has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Yet another 3. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those 3
efficiency wasn't there in the first half. What adjustments do you need to make?
I thought we got pretty good shots, you know, and if we're not going to score, it makes getting our defense set up difficult. So we got to keep shooting them. Hopefully we start making some of them.
You can't score until you shoot, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
And for that matchup against the Magic, this will be a good challenge. If they could come in, play with intensity, and sustain that, they'll be right there at the end, Shaq.
I want to see how they play.
All right, looking back now at that first half, we just saw some obstacles to overcome for the Philadelphia 76ers.
The bench has stepped up to where I could see a couple of those guys closing out this game.
Yeah, we'll see how the second half goes, but they may have earned that right, given the way they came in and changed things.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And here are the 76ers now. trailing by 5. On the court for the Hornets. A bit forward, it's Miller and Bridges. Then it's Bull. Then it's Pippen. And it's McGowan's in at the 2-guard spot. Maxey, no good.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Bridges outside. Outside Pippen. Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. Bull against Embiid. And yes, it's good. Bull's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Hornets.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Bull against Embiid. Nance passes to Maxey. And it's off from 3-point range.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
Pass to Bull. Fires the 3. A 3-pointer is right on target. Bull's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hornets.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And Embiid throws it down.
Strong move and a little spicy too. Embiid's passion for the game, the way he plays, I love it.
Pass to Bull. Here's McGowan's. Throws it up high, and the dunk by Bull.
With Bull's wingspan, you will not find a higher percentage play.
The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, I've been guarded so many different ways. I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody. Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D.A., thanks. Over to the left wing. Here's McGowan. And the dunk by Bull.
And once Bull gets going, catches fire, he stays with it, which is bad news for the opponent.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Brendan Miller. He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's around 18 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Even though his numbers have been more than solid, I think he'll want to step his game up to another level.
Yeah, and you know, on paper, those numbers are terrific. Most players would be thrilled with those numbers, but as good as they are, I know this guy expects more of himself.
Embiid, the pass to Maxey. Embiid with the screen on Pippen. Here's Maxey. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
The quick-footed, creative Maxey, so much fun to watch. He plays with such boundless energy, and he's still got room to grow.
He hits the second from the line. Last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points.
You know, one of the things you really appreciate about Maxey is how freely he plays. He just throws himself in there, fearless about looking for ways to get involved in the play and then make an impact.
The 76ers trail by 8. Pass to George. Back to Maxey. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Clark, we've all heard the comparisons. Brandon Miller plays a lot like a young Paul George.
And you know, it makes a ton of sense when you consider that Paul George is Brandon Miller's favorite player. So he spent a bunch of time studying how PG gets it done and putting those moves into his own book bag.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Pass to McCain. Embiid against Bull. Embiid kicks to Nance. Just 5 to shoot. In the corner, George with it. Over Miller. The 76ers with another miss.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Embiid, the pass to George. 76ers moving the ball around. And Bull sends it back. Second chance shot. Embiid puts it through after the offensive rebound.
How about the soft touch from Embiid? Nice looking jump shot there.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Take a look at the 76ers. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, there's the Hornets. They're looking to salvage what they can of the season.
And seeing where the 76ers are, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
Bull, and the rejection by Embiid.
Don't test Embiid now. An impact defensive player is what he is.
Pass to Nance. And here's Embiid. Bull covering, shoots from 14. Embiid, no good.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And that'll be Charlotte as it goes out of bounds. Hornets retain possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
You know, that's about as good a defensive play as you're going to see. Instant reaction to get a hand on the shot. Beautifully done.
Here's McGowan's 30 points in the game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Nance. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Hornets.
They've been running away from the defense all game. I mean, loads of points here off the fast break, and the opposition just hasn't been able to adjust to that aggressive play style.
And, you know, on top of that, second chance points have been a major component for them. And I love the relentlessness they've shown on the offensive glass.
Quentin Grimes is checked in for Philadelphia.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
Simmons dishes to Pippen to the right side. 5 on the clock. Here's McGowan. Drilled from 11 feet out. McGowan's has got 33.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Maxey with the screen on Pippen. McCain's shot is off. Charlotte leading by 8. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Boy, look how easily Bridges shoots through the contact there. I mean, his mechanics are strong, as is his body.
What's up?
One thing you know you're going to get from Bridges, he can really score.
That has never been a problem for him. He's always been able to put it in the basket. He's got a really good feel and stays in attack mode when he's on the offensive end.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's McGowan. And he can't bank that one in. The 76ers trail by 9. Maxey, no good.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Pippen kicks to Simmons. Screen by Bol. There's the lob to the hoop. And the dunk by Bol.
Really good screen that time. Then Bol with the quick roll.
Philadelphia has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Nance against Bridges. Nance passes to Grimes. Now Maxey connects from three-point range. Maxey's got 12 in the game.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Let's take a peek at the league's assist leaders. 5th on the list, Ben Simmons.
His passing has been so terrific. You can see his unselfishness really rubbing off on the rest of the team.
The 76ers trail by 8. Maxey kicks to Embiid. On the wing, Nance. Bridges with the steal. Fast break now for Charlotte. Here's McGowan. Finished off the break. McGowan's has got 35.
Boy, excellent vision that time by Bridges to be able to make that pass. Really good, unselfish play there.
Now, here's Maxey. Guarded closer. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Simmons dishes the Bol. Tries again, and he lays it up and in. Bol's got the lead up to 12 now for the Hornets.
Bol more slender, but really showed his strength on that finish inside. He's lean, but he's got some mean to him as well.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Ben Simmons. And of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint. And the Hornets making a change here. Williams has checked in. Shot clock at 6.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Here's McGowan's. He has 35. And the dunk by Bol.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition switch ignited.
Simmons, the bounce pass. Bol, the pass to McGowan. That shot, no good. The 76ers trail by 10. Pass to Edwards. Up and in on the layup. Edwards got 7 points.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
To the middle. Outside for Pippen. Charlotte moving it around. Lets it go from deep. Hits it from three-point range.
You know, Simmons is a platinum level passer, and he has a really good understanding of when his teammates are open.
To the paint. Here's Bona. And Bull pulls it down. Bulls. Charlotte leading by 11. Pass to McGowens. Over Maxey. McGowens, no good. And for the 76ers, they're shooting 45% from the field since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Maxey attacking.
Just way too fast for him. Maxey quick on the drive.
Charlotte's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. McGowens, the basket good off the assist from Simmons. McGowens has got 9 points now in the quarter. There's a minute left here in the third quarter. Here's McCain. Good on the three-point shot.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Here's McGowens. 37 points for him. And the foul called on Edwards. That's his first foul. Davion Mitchell's checked in for Philadelphia. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Williams has checked in. On defense, the 76ers. 8-point game. Pass to Bull. No good. Shot missing. So it's Philadelphia now. It's off to Boston for him after this game as they take on the Celtics. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Edwards with it. Now Bull defending. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
76ers have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11. Free throw good, Edwards. And so it's Charlotte with it. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's McGowens. Over Mitchell. And that one released in time, but no good. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's Charlotte up by 5. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
3/10 quarters behind us. Here's McCain, guarded by Pippen. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
With the fadeaway. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The 76ers trail by 12. Here's Grimes. Six on the shot clock. High post, Embiid. Pass to Grimes. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. A solo fast break.
Great decision by Bull at 7-2. He's got a view that very few have.
And it's Maxey with the ball for Philadelphia. Inside. And Ball sends it back.
And you know what? He's just not on this game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Boy, was that some by-the-book basketball or what? Blocks the shot, gets out in transition, and then finishes strong. From one end to the other, perfect.
Ball against Embiid. Looking to end his...
Big time! Boy, this big guy, Joel Embiid, is a center with an awesome dunking arsenal.
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Outside Pippen. From deep. Rebound by the 76ers. Nance has got his 6th rebound on the night.
You know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
At the line for Philadelphia, taking 2 shots.
The first one falls, and Philadelphia making a change here. George is checked in. Brandon Miller, he's checked in for Charlotte. Good on both.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Here's McGowan's. Pass to Pippen. Now Miller, defended by George. Just 5 on the clock. And it's sent back by George.
Timed it beautifully, and George able to send it back with authority.
The 76ers trail by 12. Pass to McCain. Here he goes. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
Here's Pippen, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Maxey.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good from Pippen. And both free throws good for Pippen. The 76ers trail by 12. Maxey passes to Embiid. Pass to McCain. 5 to shoot. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Outside Pippen. Bridges sets the screen for Pippen. Driving inside. First one falls for.
2 shots.
So 1 for 2 that time with the strike.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Guys, it's been their weakness to this point in the game, but they're still alive. I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Pippen, the pass to McGowan. Pocket 6. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. McGowan's has got 43 points. And it's Maxey with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers, trailing by 10. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. Now, his tone was pretty serious. He said, you guys need to prove you're in this. No one else can do it for you. Time to pour on the gas. We'll see if that fire gets lit, guys.
Thank you, David. The three. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Here's McGowan's. Pass to Bridges. This one for 3. They grab their own miss. McGowan's no good. The 76ers trail by 7. Here's McCain. And the 3 off target.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Here's McGowan's. Down low. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
What a move by Bo. Taking the foul, but staying focused to finish the play.
The 76ers running out of time. .135 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Maxey, no good.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to brain it in down the stretch here.
Here's McGowan. It's on target from the high post. McGowan's has got 45 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Nance sets a screen for Maxey. Looking for Nance, and he gets it there. And Nance slams it in.
Making opportunities. Maxey smartly using the pick and roll to create for his team.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Charlotte.
And as we watch the game wind down, you have to look back at all the second chance points these guys generated.
Yeah, they clearly won the second chance points category. Possession after possession, we watched them go after the ball and make misses turn into makes.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still 2 more to go in the season series.
Hard to say now how the final 2 games between them will play out, but one thing's certain. I mean, they're going to go at each other. This has become a very intense matchup.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Bol Bol.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Not sure the miracle, Greg, is on hand here tonight for them.
Well, they need one, but gonna play it until the final whistle.
To the left wing, 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Right side, Edwards. Pass to Grimes. Philadelphia moving the ball around. 4 on the clock. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
Coming out to the floor for the away team.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. Boy, were they resilient, ending the group round at 2 wins, 2 losses.
And we'll see if it's enough to advance, though the NBA Cup shows no mercy.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now our player of the game, Bol Bol.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Great to hear Skylar Cole singing the national anthem before today's contest.
In the home of the brave.
Happy Friday night, everyone. Time to kick off the weekend with the NBA on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here with you, alongside Grant Hill and Coach Dan Van Gundy, and the fourth member of our crew, Allie LaForce, reporting from the sidelines. So a moment now to see the story for him.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level score than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. It's Miller and Bridges teaming up at the forward spots. Then it's Bol and it's McGowan's in at the 2. And for the Magic, Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. Then there's Wagner. Then there's Jay. Jalen Suggs, and it's blocked. In at the 2 guard. And close to a quarter of the way into the season now, Grant, how aware are the players of where they are in the season?
You know, B.A., you generally are aware of where you are in the year, but you rarely see guys counting games played or anything like that.
Here's Pippen. Down low. Here's McGowan's. Got a hand on it. Here's Suggs. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
Well, look, you can't sleep on Suggs' athleticism because the second you do, he explodes to the rim.
Here's McGowan's. What a tremendous game he played against Philadelphia. There's a screen by Bull. Charlotte shooting their first free throws of the game now.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Wagner, the pass to Banchero. Back to Wagner. 6 to shoot. The Magic need to put one up here. And stolen by Bull. And it's the Hornets on the break. Oh, it's stolen. Here's Black, guarded by Miller. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Orlando shooting their first free throws here for the night. The first free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Pippen. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Miller can't get it to go.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Here's Wagner. What a terrific move that is.
Yeah, and showing some force inside. Wagner making sure he gets his.
Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
But think about this, B.A. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
Pass to Black. Wagner outside. Banchero with a screen on Miller. Wagner, the pass to Banchero. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Yeah, with this bigger build, Banchero sets a solid pick, and then he quickly rolls into open position.
Miller on the wing. Now here's Bull. He's checked by Carter. Bull down low. Carter's there. Soft touch off the glass.
Well, he knew he had the size advantage to dominate the defense there. Go right at him.
Wagner inside, guarded by Miller.
Well, it's a luxury that Wagner is so versatile in the two-man game.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Looking at the 2K leaderboard, these teams have been outstanding at creating offense through their defense. Second, Charlotte.
And if you turn the ball over when you play this team, you're going to regret it. They just have a knack for knowing how to capitalize off other teams' mistakes.
First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Here's Pippen. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Here's McGowan's. It's hauled in by the Magic. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Charlotte.
Oh, they dominated this team a season ago. They beat them every time they played.
Yeah, these teams were in two completely different categories last year, but hopefully the season series this year is much more competitive.
Bridges outside. Knocks down the triple.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Magic leading by 3. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Suggs. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Pippen, pass to McGowan's. Screen by Bridges. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Banchero.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Orlando?
Well, you know, the analytics guys would tell you a team shouldn't be taking this many mid-range shots, but clearly they're shooting them with confidence.
You know, another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint, just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
Now here's Bowl. Coming off 41 points last game out.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
And here's Suggs. To the paint. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Hornets trail by 5. And he lobs it up.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude. Orlando with the ball. Suggs with it. Doing some damage on the offensive end. Putting up a little over 14 points a game. Bull against Banchero. Suggs outside. 6 on the shot clock. Banchero the screen. The 3 is up. The rebound by Bridges. The Hornets have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them.
And guys, that's how you throw it down with a little something extra. And with the windmill, too.
He just reversed it as well. Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Wagner against Miller. Wagner outside. No good on the shot.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
McGowan's no good. The Magic have gotten 7 of their 10 shots to fall. Orlando with the ball. Here's Black. Nails it from 3. Black's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, that's a great decision by Wagner. Quickly getting it to the open man.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Hornets trail by 4. And the details starting to trickle in. But for the whole story, let's go to Shams Charania, who's joining us remotely. Shams, what you got?
Thank you, B.A. The story right now is with the Orlando Magic making some early season roster adjustments. They're hoping to give their offense a boost with the addition of DeMar DeRozan. This is an all-star caliber player who's thrived in multiple systems, and I'm hearing they have no doubt that DeRozan will slot in and provide an instant scoring jolt.
Always something going on, and we appreciate the update, chums. Thanks. Banchero outside. Fires for three. The rebound by Bridges.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Here's McGowan's. 12 points for him, and he hits it to tie the game. He's got 14.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
The Magic have got 8 out of 12 shots to fall. Inside. Shots good by Black. Black's gotten his third basket of the night.
Just great court recognition there by Suggs. His teammates appreciate when he gets it to them when they're open.
Here's McGowan's. He's got 14. Banchero outside.
Well, that's already his second foul, and that puts the coach in a tough position.
DeRozan is checked in for Wagner. And a change for the Hornets. Klingon, he's checked in for Bowl. On the wing, DeRozan. Here's Black. A good-looking shot from the wing. Black's got 11 points.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Here's McGowan's. A steady offensive force, averaging around 32.5 a game. Dives for it. Can't connect from 14.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Here's Black. Good, and it's DeRozan who picks up the assist. And it's a 7-point Magic lead.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Now here's Bridges. His stats right now averaging 9 points a game. Here's McGowan's. Shot clock at 6. The offensive rebound. Will it go? He hits again. 7 for 13 and looking confident.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Now here's Banchero. His last outing, we saw him score 13. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. And he drops it first. How about Paolo Banchero, coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick. McGowan's a pass to Pippen. Miller on the wing. Takes the three. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And so in the game for the Hornets, it's Miller and Bridges teaming up at the forward spots. Then it's Bol, and it's Pippen in at the point. Yep, that one goes.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, this young Magic roster has chemistry. Coach Jamal Mosley said they're so tight together. It's just organic. They're happy in creating these relationships over time, and it's because they're all just good kids that like being around each other. Guys, that's what you want.
Yeah, no question. Something to build on, Allie. Thank you.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
This will be his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And Charlotte making a change here. And so it's the Orlando Magic, feeling confident. 18-point lead to win that quarter. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. We'll be back in a moment.
Welcome, everybody. It may be early on in the season, but not too early to take a full assessment of the Eastern Conference standings.
You know, for Orlando, they've been one of the bigger disappointments so far in the early goings. Some people thought they might be an elite team, and we haven't seen that at all. But the good news is there's still plenty of room and time to turn it around.
Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the Hornets.
A lot of bricks out there. Reminds me of my free throw shooting. Enough to build a house. Come on, man. Take it to the paint. Man up.
Man up is correct. These teams often get addicted, Shaq, to the three. Time for some intervention here. What's your plan B, please?
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Magic leading by 18. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. Then there's Jalen Suggs. Then it's Wendell Carter. And it's Black in at the shooting guard position. So that's who Jamal Mosley starts the second half with.
Just a terrific drive by Suggs. When he sees lanes to the rim open up, he attacks with no hesitation.
Bridges outside. Miller, the pass to Bridges. Bull up top. Just 5 to shoot. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Shot is up. It's rebounded by Banchero. Banchero's got 6 rebounds in the game.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
The 3 from Suggs. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. They'll be hosting Toronto for their next one. And that's a 1-game homestand for the club. Here's McGowan's, defended by Wagner. Fades back. Count the basket. McGowan's got 18.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Banchero against Bull. Rejected by Bull. And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Let's see if that block can amp up this team. I mean, they're looking for anything to get themselves going.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter. Basketball. Banchero outside. Just 4 to shoot. Here's the 3.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
No good. He's 5 for 9 in this one. Here's McGowan's. 18 points for him. Knocks it down from distance. McGowan's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession. This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, KCP. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding.
Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor. But now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role.
First free throw is good.
Well, one thing you like about Jalen Suggs is this guy's a hard worker. You see that on the court, and you see it off in the way he's continued to work on his game.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Here's McGowan's. And he converts the layup. McGowan's got 10 points here in the second half.
Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
Orlando leading by 11. And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
It's simple. Turnovers mean you lose shot opportunities, and your opponent can get easy hoops.
A group of teams that love to run. The NBA leaders in fast break scoring. Number 1, the Hornets.
You have to appreciate their effort and conditioning. It takes a lot of energy to play that fast breaking style.
Against Miller. And it's Wagner off the drive. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Well, there's Wagner using that size to get a good look on the drive.
Pippen, pass to McGowan's. Here's Pippen. Screen by Bridges. Here's McGowan's. Here's Bowl. And finished off by Bowl.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that, he's sure to give him a spark.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Hornets trail by 13. Here's Pippen. Pass to McGowan's. Here's Miller. That three's off the mark. for Orlando. They've gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Carter with it. And there's the drive. And it's slammed in by Carter.
That's how you go to the rim. Athletic move there from Carter Jr.
Now Bridges. 5 points in the game. Miller outside from deep three-point range. Orlando with the rebound. Wagner's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Hornets trail by 15. Miller outside. Pass to McGowan's. Fades. Rebounded by Suggs.
Great contest of the shot. Kind of forced him to fade back more than he'd like.
Oh, it's blocked by Bull. And they'll keep possession. Goes back up. Suggs, no good.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Here's McGowan's. He's got 26. Out to the right wing. Just 5 on the clock. Charlotte, no good that time either. Orlando leading by 15. Black passes to Banchero. Coach, what's the challenge of NBA travel like?
Well, look, all of us in the NBA just have to come clean on this. We travel on first-class charters. We're taken care of as well as you can possibly be taken care of. It's just that there's a lot of travel in an NBA season. And if you're on the coast, you probably feel it a little bit more even than the teams in the middle of the country.
Free throw drops for Banchero.
And the playmaking skills Banchero has already are outstanding. Just such a unique young player.
DeRozan is checked in for Orlando. Simmons is checked in for Charlotte. And he can't hit the second.
Well, you know, he's already an all-star level talent. Banchero's upside and his versatility, you've got to be excited about his future.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well. Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Now here's Simmons. Outside Bull. Here's McGowan's. Over Wagner. No good. Unable to win this run. Orlando leading by 18. To the inside. Carter on the wing. Bull covering. Wagner, the pass to Carter. Now Wagner. The three. Bull grabs the board. Bull's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's McGowan's. A steady offensive force, averaging around 32.5 a game. Chalk up 2 there. McGowan's got 12 now in this quarter.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
And Orlando has possession. They led the game at one point by 20. They've got the Rockets ahead of them next in Houston. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game.
Plenty of muscle from Carter on that dunk. Wow.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And that one's good. McGowan's.
Yeah, despite them being behind, he's been impressive. But he can't do it all by himself.
Now here's DeRozan. Defense right on him. To the middle. Here's Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
An underrated playmaker. I like seeing DeRozan share the ball like this.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. It's an 18-point game. Here's McGowan's. Defended by Wagner. Bridges misses.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Banchero. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. DeMar DeRozan, an impressive scorer who takes relatively few three-point shots, Greg.
Yeah, the arc is not his primary focus. He'd rather pick you apart in the mid-range, but he does it so consistently that the points pile up quick.
And he knocks down the first one.
He gets to the line a lot. Banchero knows that and works on those shots.
Van Vliet outside. The 3. Good. And it's DeRozan who picks up the assist. DeRozan's got 6 assists now in the game. And here are the Hornets now. On the floor for Charlotte. Miles Bridges is out there with Bol. Then it's Ben Simmons. And it's Pippen in at the 2. Here's McGowan's. Oh, some solid D from DeRozan. The Magic have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. Count it. Good.
Getting the ball inside, usually a pretty good recipe.
Charlotte's got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. Left side Bol. Shoots it from the corner. It's hauled in by the Magic.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
DeRozan passes to Isaac, and the dunk by Isaac.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Here's McGowan's. Back to Simmons. Pass to McGowan's. Shot clock at 5. And that one off the back of the rim and in. McGowan's got 16 points here in the second half.
Well, that's the right guy in the right spot there. He's got confidence from that range.
Picked by Isaac. On the take. They get the rebound.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
Here's McGowan's. Guarded by Van Vliet. Stan, as a coach and now a broadcaster, you've gotten to visit all the great cities the NBA has to offer. Can you give us a favorite?
So, Brian, you're going to try to get me in trouble here. I'm going to give you one city and offend 29 other fan bases. Not a chance. I love all the NBA cities.
Not like you not to take a stance. Well, the Hornets shooting just 35% from the floor. Here's McGowan's. Bridges, a screen on Van Vliet. Isaac with the steal. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. All right, a chance to check out the Orlando Magic's upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll start out on the road to play the Rockets in Houston. And then on Tuesday, they'll head home to take on the Utah Jazz.
And for their matchup with the Hornets, that's one that could easily go either way. A few mistakes could be the difference. I expect it to be a fun one.
No good on that one. And the Magic making a change here. Howard's checked in. And the Hornets making a change here as well. Miller's checked in. And he's good on the second. Here's Pippen. Pass to Miller. And here's Bol. And the layup is good off the glass. Bol's got 28.
Yeah, it looks like he hit the reset button at halftime. Not sure if it was a mechanical issue, but he's looked much more confident offensively.
Now here's Van Vliet. Gets the 3 to fall. Van Vliet's got 17 points here in the second half.
As bad as he was in the first half, that's how good he's been since.
Pippen, the pass to Miller. Now here's Bol. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Bowl against Van Vliet. And Grant, while we want the officials to get it right, I'm sure the league would like to shorten that time officials are at the table.
Tell me about it. You wonder if a time limit should be instituted. If they can't figure it out after a minute or so, just go with how it was called on the floor.
Charlotte has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. Pass to Bowl. Nails the baby hook. Bowl's got 30 points.
Well, that's a smart play. Taking advantage of the mismatch in close.
Up and in on the layup. And Charlotte's shooting at 31% here in this fourth quarter. DeRozan is checked in for Orlando. There's a minute 54 left in the final quarter. Here's McGowan's, defended by DeRozan, and that one's good. McGowan's gotten 4 this quarter.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Orlando's gotten 4 of 7 3-pointers to fall in the fourth. The drive by Van Vliet. Rebounded by Pippen. And here's Charlotte now. Pass to Miller. Looking to get it going. It's rebounded by Batadze. Batadze's got rebound number 8 now.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Magic.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
VA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And with this one, they go double digits in the win column.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
Now here's Van Vliet. Pass to Howard. Back to Van Vliet. Batadze with a screen. And there's Van Vliet on the assist by Howard.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
They get it again. Tries again. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron, and it falls. Bowl's got 32 points in the game.
And lately, this guy is finding points. I mean, just a beautiful second chance bucket right there.
Well, he's been doing a great job of making something out of nothing, especially on the offensive glass.
Now here's DeRozan. Isaac, the pass to DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan. That gives him a double-double.
Surefire, one-handed stuff.
Yeah, with his focus, he's not going to miss that. So it's the Magic winning this one easily. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that'll do it, folks. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying...